This is a video I wanted to make just to clear up some things about the Unknowingly situation that happened a long time ago. It took me a while to make because I was still trying to figure out what the conclusion to this would be. And since I came to my conclusion, I will explain the timeline and events of Unknowingly and his dramas. We know little of information of Unknowingly in real life besides the screenshot of him admitting that his father and mother are getting divorced. Besides that, he joined YouTube around December 16th of 2022. After creating his channel, he would then post a video called Godzilla Suit Incident, 1954 Godzilla Analog Horror, which it will get a lot of views and and slowly became the series called The Man in a Suit. After making the Man in a Suit series, Unknowingly got attacked by toxic Godzilla fans. While this was happening, a lot of people didn't know what was going on behind the scenes. Unknowingly either didn't know the difference between criticism and toxicity, or saw them as the same thing, engaged with it, making fun of those people generally being toxic towards them. Now, you're gonna have to take my words with a grain of salt, as I never got a chance to take the screenshots of the server. But what happened was one of the moderators of Unknowingly decided to at everyone, telling everyone how they were supporting a gooner, and then kick everyone out of the server. Before they kicked everyone out of the server, they added a document at the announcement section of the server. I have no clue who made this video, but they made a video that was basically an exposure video. It was called the Gigan Suit Incident. It had nothing to do with Gigan, it just showed a drawing of Godzilla smoking, and then Mama Max styling of edits trying to show exposure for Unknowingly. How I saw it is that someone managed to screen record it before the video was taken down, and now I cannot find the person who screen recorded the video, so you're gonna have to take my word for it. Once the document was out, it was only up for a few days before it was taken down. During that span, Unknowingly was arguing with someone, telling them how they were accusing him being a groom victim by his friend. He shares screenshots showing one of his moderators having a breakdown trying to get his attention. And after reading the text messages, yeah, this guy sounds like an asshole. He uses harsh words towards Unknowingly for whatever reason. Even tries to be nice with him, to manipulate Unknowingly. Unknowingly would never mention the document, only vaguely. Before we go down to the events that happen here, I suggest you give this video a watch because it explains how bad the document is. The document has so much evidence for Unknowingly hormones things instead of getting actual evidence of him being transphobic, homophobic, or doing crazy shit example, saying there is sex roleplays in the server. Now, I was there in the server, and I'm telling you guys this, that never happened. If it was happening, you would know right now I would have done a video talking about it. The video Eric made will eventually get to Unknowingly. He would then say that he doesn't find it necessary to respond on how this is a grown adult that knows nothing about what's going on. Unknowingly would then go to the comics section saying how he would do a respond video and how people like him can change and yada yada. Not only contradicting what he said in his tweet, but also making the message sounds like Eric was attacking his character, but when in reality he wasn't. Eric was criticizing how bad the document is, and this document was clearly made to take down Unknowingly with malice. And the only time Eric did mention about Unknowingly, it was talking about how Unknowingly was threatening about killing his fucking family. But that wouldn't matter, as Unknowingly, knowingly or not, started a mob mentality against Eric, as a lot of people started attacking Eric for this video. May I remind everyone that the video has nothing to do with Unknowingly being exposed as a bad person. It was exposing the people behind the document who clearly made this document just to take down Unknowingly out of spite or malice.
I literally mentioned it twice in the video how stupid how stupid this Google Doc was. It was so badly made. The people that made this Google Doc was clearly had some bad blood against Unknowingly or something like that. And it was really fucking.
Yeah, especially since I mentioned last time, they had a lot of evidence for Unknowingly liking not safe for work stuff, but they don't have evidence of him doing some serious shit.
I don't know if I've said this already, but I'm gonna say this again. The whole reason why I made the video to begin with was because it had something to do with a Google Doc that was actually long gone for a while. But I ended up making the video. But it was only after, like, reading all of the Google Doc, I already knew what this video was going to be about. It was going to be about me reading a Google Doc that was so sloppily made that they attempted to try to cancel Unknowingly with some of the stupidest claims. Like, yeah, there was some things with like, oh, he can't handle money. Like, oh, well, no shit, he's a fucking kid. And then freaking like, oh, he's a degenerate and freaking jerks off to porn. Bro, literally half of the population fucking does that. It's not even like a debate on that. Like, there are some people out there that are very much a degenerate. They fucking do that shit. And then obviously with like the whole guilt tripping and suicide baiting and all that kind of crazy stuff, it's a whole thing like that. But and again, like the Google Doc did provided evidence of those claims that they said. But obviously there were some in that Google Doc that was just like stupid and nonsensical. Like it was a whole like transphobic kind of claim, and like there was no evidence regarding that. And then all this other things, and then they started providing evidence of his kink and all that. And again, I mentioned this in the video too, was that like there was like, what should that be anybody's business? Like, why put that in the Google Doc of like a way like saying like, oh yeah, and he also has a kink, bro, what a freak. Like, who fucking cares? Everybody has a kink. Everyone has their own personal preference of what like satisfies them. Like, that's their business. That shouldn't be anybody else's business. Putting that as a way of like saying like to cancel him or like to have like certain ways to like get at him or something like that is stupid. Which is why, to me, it felt like it was him just essentially was like, oh, like, we don't have any more evidence or more claims about Unknowingly. What else should we bring up? Oh, his kink? Got it. Let's put that in the Google Doc. Like, again, like, this was all sloppily made in the beginning of the day. In the end of the day, it was just a mess, that Google Doc, man. It's so stupid.
Yeah, I can agree on that.
The Google Doc was a mess, and the people that made it just... Oh god, fuck those people.
These fucking idiots believe unknowingly to the point they started calling this video doxing.
Yo, is this person fucking retarded?
It turns into days, weeks, months until the drama slowly dies down. Around February of 2025, Unknowingly would then announce the cancellation of his series. His reasoning was because the Godzilla fanbase was too toxic for him. After looking at the reasons on why Unknowingly is canceling his series, I find this hilarious because he's mostly the one looking for toxicity and criticism that he can't handle. Especially what happens next. Now, the original tweet was deleted and I still believe this was rage bait. Unknowingly would then use him as an example of Godzilla fandom toxicity, only for Unknowingly fans to go after and attack a Twitter user by the name of Hispanic goji. Hispanic goji would then deactivate his Twitter account because of the attacks. People would then call out Unknowingly for his action. Now, take what I say with a grain of salt. I used to have the evidence for this, but a fallout happened and I don't have him with me anymore. There was a tweet going around how Unknowingly said he was going to end himself. And then we have a screenshot image of a Discord call with someone in a hospital bed streaming it live. Now, obviously the person in the hospital bed is Unknowingly. Now, this isn't my words. This is from a word to someone I used to know who's done something familiar to this, and he told me this, that they do not allow people to use their devices or contact anyone while they're being transported to a hospital. Now, if all this is true, it just goes to show how pathetic is Unknowingly that he won't take accountability. He will just try to commit suicide for something that he can't handle. But that wouldn't matter since both Hispanic goji and Unknowingly will come back and apologize for each other. Well, to put it in short, this is a simple story of what happens when someone at a young age gets popular too early. Added details like going after toxicity and criticism, then calling them as toxicity or bad. But I do believe Unknowingly can change, besides he's still a kid and still growing. So I hope he learns from the past and improves on it. But you know that saying, action speaks louder than words. Not only that, Unknowingly needs to get better friends because, far as I remember, he's still friends with one of the people who made the doc, and I seriously hope that shit doesn't happen again. And lastly, the Godzilla fanbase just needs to fucking grow up when it comes to new ideas to the characters. They need to remember if Godzilla kept on being the whole nuclear disaster thing, he would be boring and be gone from history. Also, I couldn't find anything about Unknowingly being a groom victim. I think that stems from this tweet. Besides that, I could be wrong, unless Unknowingly comes out and said he was groomed, then it's true. but as of now, no. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this video case and enjoying the new series Chronicle Trash, and I'll see you guys later. This is Kyoji 9099, the Green Kaijin, signing out.